Big holiday coming up Tuesday, and therein lies a tale Steve Hartman found in the shadows of Sun Prairie.
When you think of Groundhog Day, you probably don't think of Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. But there's as much passion here as Punxsutawney. They've got a wooden woodchuck in the town square. The local bakery sells groundhog cakes. In fact, the only thing they're missing is a real groundhog. This was the Sun Prairie groundhog. You may remember him from last year, when then Mayor John Freund lent him his ear, and he took it.
He says that he didn't see a shadow.
Shortly after chewing his way through the mayor's ear, the Sun Prairie groundhog chewed his way through a metal cage and escaped. Naturally, the town wanted a replacement woodchuck, and who wouldn't if a woodchuck could be found? Which apparently is easier said than done.
You cannot capture it to exhibit it.
Ty Gauger is Sun Prairie's Groundhog Day event planner.
Memorabilia from Groundhog Day past.
She says they started celebrating here in 1949, using groundhogs they caught.
Been a tradition ever since.
But now, it's not so easy getting a live groundhog.
It becomes very complicated.
There's more than one license?
Oh yes, there's more than one type of license.
She says you need one from the state,
DNR,
one from the federal government,
USDA.
and if you can't find a certified groundhog breeder in your area,
so then you would need an import license.
We're going to be talking about the groundhog ceremony.
the new mayor, a guy named Paul Esser, says it's hardly worth the effort. And not just because of all the red tape, or because he's concerned about his own ears.
After last year,
He says it's simply not humane to hold up groundhogs like we do.
yeah, I don't like that. No.
His proposal?
He's a wild animal.
To chuck the live woodchuck idea entirely.
Maybe we'll have somebody in a groundhog costume.
What about a gerbil? Would you have an issue with a gerbil?
He's domesticated, so I would not have.
February 2nd isn't Gerbil Day. It's Groundhog Day.
We gotta have a groundhog.
Because that's the way it's always been, and that's the way I like it.
That's true.
Around Sun Prairie,
It would have to be a groundhog of some sort, wouldn't it?
the consensus is clear.
What do you think of a Groundhog Day celebration with no groundhog?
It'll just be winter from there on.
Ah.
And you were worried about climate change. Fortunately, Ty did find a loner groundhog for next week's celebration, which gives her a whole nother year to find a permanent replacement.
You shouldn't be doing that with a groundhog.
And it gives the mayor time, too,
How would you propose celebrating Thanksgiving?
to find a way to balance on his soapbox. Steve Hartman, on the road in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin.
Mayor, anytime.
I gotta work on that one a little bit.
And that's the CBS Evening News for tonight. For all of us at CBS News all around the world, I'm Scott Pelley, and I'll see you Sunday on 60 Minutes. Good night.